Thank you very much.
I will have a good tea. It's coming soon. Good tea.
What do you mean it's coming soon?
好茶要来了。
From where?
From China.
And how is it coming?
Our colleagues
Uh-huh.
take some good teas for me.
Okay. Take or bring?
Bring.
What's the difference between take and bring?
Take.
Take.
Bring.
Okay. If you
Maybe
want to.
take someone.
Okay. Let's see.
Take something.
Think about.
Bring something.
Think about the words go and come. All right. So come means toward me, the speaker, or toward us, the speakers. And bring is this way too. So come and bring are in our direction, in my direction as a speaker, or our direction as speaker and listener. Take is like go, when you go away. So you go away and then you take someone. So for example, maybe you can say your wife takes your daughter to school. If your wife takes your daughter to school, that means they leave home. Probably they get into the car, and then Michelle drives her to school, and we say Michelle takes her to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you have something from California, like pistachios. Do you know pistachios? Oh, this is something from California. Do you ever take something from California, Tutan, to China?
Chocolate.
Chocolates. Oh, you take chocolates.
Yeah.
Chocolates are very good anytime for anyone, in my opinion. But here's something that's grown in California. 开心果, pistachios. Do you know 开心果, pistachios?
Yeah, I know.
You know them? Okay. So pistachios are grown in California. So sometimes when I travel to other countries or other states in the country, in our country, and I want to take something from California to my friends in Maryland or Washington, D.C. or Virginia or someplace like that, then I can take them California pistachios.
Pistachios.
Have you eaten pistachios before? Mama.
Yeah, sure.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will use the word take if I say I want to take some pistachios to my friends who live in the East Coast.
Yeah,
Or I take pistachios to my friends and family who live in China. Now, your friend you were talking about tea, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of excellent tea in China.
Yeah.
We're not in China now, we're in California. So when you talk about bring or take, when you choose and you want to say, my colleague is going to some good tea to me or to us, then which verb should you use?
Yeah.
Pistachios.
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 Yeah.
Pistachios. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 syllables. Stress the second. Pistachios.
Pistachios.
Yes. Okay. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
right. So pistachios. This one's stressed.
Yeah.
So 4, 2. Okay. So going back to the concept of take and bring. So you want to take something, and that would be away from here.
Take away.
Yeah, and bring something here.
Bring something here.
Yeah, take something there. And bring something here. So that's similar to the verbs go away from here, go there, and opposite of that is come here, come to where we are right now. So it always has the idea of being in the area where I am as the speaker, or where we are as speaker and listener. So when you're talking about tea, then what will you say? Your colleague is going to
bring some teas to here.
Okay,
Yeah.
your colleagues are going to bring some tea here.
Yeah.
Right. So when you use the word here, because the word here is an adverb, then you don't need to use the word to. You only use the word to. To is a preposition. And you can say to Silicon Valley, or to this office, or to my home. Then you could use to. But when we use the word here, this adverb replaces this whole prepositional phrase. So by itself, the word here, don't use the word to.
Got it.
Okay, so your colleagues will bring you some very nice tea.
Here.
Yes. Okay. So when we hear you say, my colleague will bring me some very nice tea, we don't even need to say the word here, because we understand the meaning of this verb means in our direction.
Yes.
Right? So if you say, please bring me some hot water, or please bring me a napkin, we know that we don't need to say bring it here. It's not necessary.
Yes.
You don't, also, it doesn't make sense to say, please take me some napkins. That doesn't make any sense, because take and me, different places.
Yes.
If you want to say, please take some napkins to Paul, please take some napkins to Brandon, and then you could give them to someone else.
Yeah.
All right? So how about take and bring? And also, which one about give? Give can be both ways.
Yeah.
So give is a different kind of a word.
Give me some teas.
Yeah, she will. If you say your colleague will give you some tea, then we don't see any action from far away to here. You see, so this one, although we can say I can give him something and he can give me something, it doesn't show the action of being from far away to close, or from close to far away. So if you are going to China, then you can say, I'm planning to take my children with me. I'm planning to take some pistachios to my friends in Beijing. Then you could use the word take, because we are far away. Now if you're going to, are you going to go to Sao Paulo? Are you going to go to Brazil?
Yeah.
So you bring or take things there?
Bring or take. I will take some tea or some teas.
I will take some tea. Usually the word tea is a non-count word, so you can say that.
Yeah. No. I will take some tea to Sao Paulo.
Okay, you will take some tea to Sao Paulo. That's good. Now, when do we put S on tea and say teas? We use the word tea as a non-count noun for general meaning, just as we do for milk or coffee or water, any kind of liquid. 不可数的.
Yeah.
不过还有
uncounted noun.
Yes, we can call it. Yes, we can call it. We can call it. There are two ways we can call this name. One is a non-count noun.
Yeah.
All right. Another way to say same thing is uncountable. Uncountable noun. Right. So if we use tea, just like milk or coffee or water, any kind of liquid, then we normally use this in the non-count way.
Yeah.
There are exceptions to this rule when you are talking about different varieties. Remember, yesterday we used the word variety.
Variety.
Do you remember the word variety?
Yeah, 丰富多样.
No, that's a little bit different.
Diversity. Device.
So a variety of tea. Okay, a variety. What does that mean? Do you remember? Okay, so there's not only one kind of tea. For example, you might have oolong tea. You might have longjing tea.
Yeah.
Maybe you have 铁观音 tea,
Yeah.
right? So different varieties. If you want to emphasize that they are 多样的, if they're different, there is a variety. Then you can use teas with s. So usually we use these as non-count words,
Yeah.
but we could put s on it when we want to emphasize, we want to specify that they are different kinds. So for example, wine, right? Generally, I like to drink wine. Do you drink wine? Yes, I'm a connoisseur of wine. Yes, my husband understands wine very well. We will have wine with our dinner. No s. But if suppose you work in a winery.
Wineries.
Yeah. No, a winery. Do you know what winery means?
酒庄.
So if you work in a winery,
Yeah.
all right, if you work in a winery, then you are certainly familiar with many different types of wine. So then in this case, you might tell me, suppose you work there and I'm going to visit your winery, and you can say, we have many wines. Today we are serving, like when you go to a wine tasting. Have you
Yeah.
been to a wine tasting before?
Yes.
Okay, so you've been to a wine tasting. And sometimes they will bring out 4 white wines
Yeah.
and 3 red wines or something like that.
Yeah.
In that case, S is necessary because the meaning is each bottle is a different variety of wine. So then they say wines. So people who are specialists, 是专家, if they are specialists in this area, for example, wine, then they usually talk about wines because they're thinking very specifically different. So same thing with coffee. Normally we just say coffee, but if you work on a coffee plantation and you know this coffee bean is different from that coffee bean, and they grow on different plants with different climate, different different way to feed them and control them, then they have a different taste. Then you are the expert on this. You will talk about coffees, meaning different varieties. All right. So that's when we use the S
多种
on
多样.
only this on these when you have when you're talking about special varieties.
Now milks.
So milks.
Maybe some milk from New Zealand, some milk from California, something from Mexico.
Yeah, you know what? I have never heard anybody use that but I think if the principle works for wine and coffee, why not for milk?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because I have been to wineries and I know they talk about wines. I have also been to coffee plantation where they talk about coffees. I've never been to.
Maybe water is also same.
Waters?
Different water, California water and
Fiji water.
Professional water.
Yeah, it's
So I think
possible.
it's about maybe 语感, just you read more, read more.
Yes.
Then you can get sense.
Yes.
Just
Yes,
like
probably.
you write a Chinese article,
Uh-huh.
sometimes you can make new words.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Do you like to make new words?
In Chinese,
In Chinese.
Yeah.
In some Chinese, you sometimes. Is Chinese very flexible? Can you create new words easily?
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Also easy to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. English actually can create lots of new words. We have more, our vocabulary gets bigger and bigger. And so the older dictionaries getting fatter and fatter because modern use includes a lot more vocabulary. And some vocabulary is not used and they drop it from the main dictionary. But it's very interesting if you are a person who loves words. I love words in English and you love words in Chinese, right? So maybe you like to see and watch and pay attention to the historical changes in words. Did you study ancient Chinese, classical Chinese?
Maybe you know 说文解字.
说文解字. Oh.
You know, this
No.
is a very famous book for words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got to tell you each word
Uh-huh.
history.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just like Oxford Dictionary.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, when you studied Chinese language, Chinese literature,
Yeah.
did you study 古文, classical
Yeah.
Chinese?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Basic knowledge. Basic ocean words knowledge.
Ocean words.
Oh, ancient.
Oh,
words.
ancient.
Ancient.
Okay, I was wondering, what is this one? I said, okay. I thought maybe you were trying to create a phrase in English, and I was thinking, is that Chinese or not? So you mean
Ancient.
Ancient. Okay, here's the word and with n. So today I'm going to give you a dictation, and I'd like you to write on it. Do you have any big paper?